Good evening. My name is Brightops, and welcome back to Mordheim, City of the Damned. Well, as I'm sure many of you who follow this series so far knows, last time went, well, rather poorly. Granted, things could have gone worse. Yes, Captain Cyclone being out of commission is something of a setback, and Miss Lana not gaining XP at all was annoying. No one suffered any truly nasty injuries. In fact, I would like to give Trevor some much due credit. His decision to run for it when he had the chance almost certainly saved him from joining his peers and risking yet another injury for us to have to deal with. But his escape also secured 20 units of Weirdstone. It might not make up for the defeat, but a silver lining does take a bit of a sting out of it. Now, some updates to the Iron Wolves roster. Grey Vested has contacted me and asked for a blue and grey colour scheme, which I was more than happy to do. I would also like to apologise to Miss Lana. While I was able to meet your request for green, it appears that human mercenaries cannot use purple. I know for a fact that other warbands can, but these poor bastards can't. Not fair, I know, but if you've got a second colour you would like to pick, I'm sure I'll see what I can do. We also have some new faces. We have a new goon up for grabs for a name and some customization, and a new captain to take over operations while Captain Cyclone is enjoying some R&R on the sidelines. Let us hope that Mr. Troves here has much better luck than his predecessor. Now, let us start day 3.
New hired swords are available.
Ooh, here's something new. Ah yes, the contact. Well, it's part of the... I believe the first episode I mentioned something called the legacy system. Now, as you achieve various goals while playing the game, as with your warband, such as, completing a campaign with a certain faction, or buying and selling with so much gold, you'll start to earn points for the veteran system, which can be used to buy veteran skills, which can help your warband out a lot. I went through the process of going through these earlier, but for those of you who want to know, we have the Commander Veteran skill, the upgraded Commander Veteran skill, which allows us to reduce the upkeep for leaders and impressive units, which we will get to down the line, by 8 gold after a successful mission. We also have an updated healer, which reduces the treatment of wounded warriors. We have Scholar, which reduces training costs, which we haven't really looked at yet, but down the line will be very useful. We have a new one that I don't usually use, the Evaluator, which makes buying things from the shop a bit easier. And we've got our contract with the Gunsmith, which gives us a chance every day for a free firearm, which we have just earned. In fact, let's see what we've got. What did we actually... A handgun. You know what? I am going to give this to... Oh. Okay. Alright. My mistake. We'll just keep a hold on that handgun for now. But yes, let's get our party started. And already I can see that we have a new type of submission available. The Wordstone Rush. Unlike the others, which is Marked for Death, which is collecting a bounty, or the Crush Their Will, which is getting to their carts, grabbing something from their cart and running it back to yours, which is difficult as hell, Wordstone Rush is as it says, all about gathering as much wyrdstone as possible. And if you can meet the minimum requirements of the subquest, you'll get the experience bonus, which is why we're going to be doing this one today.
Seemingly alone in the ruins, you take the opportunity to send your warriors to pillage the nearby buildings. As your warband disperses and begins to explore, however, an enemy warband arrives and deploys its own patrols in the area.
Okay. So this will be my job. We have just a concentrated area, which is always nice to have. Alright, let's see. Where... Okay, where's the stone? We have... Okay, this will be as good a place as any to put him. Just be quiet for a few moments as I work out where everyone will be going. Alright. Now who are we up against today? Oh, we are up against the undead today. This is gonna be fun. For those of you who are new to this, various races have different bonuses that they tend to go for. Different playstyles they will go for. The undead have a very strong attrition game. Very few of their characters are actually vulnerable to things mortals fear, such as, well, fear or being outnumbered, or panicking. In fact, one of their henchmen, the zombie, is completely immune to things like poison, and will actually, if they die, will not reduce their warband's morale. Right. But we will be showcasing them off a little bit when we finally engage them. Anyway, I believe last time I left off the story of Sigmar about halfway through when things started to go downhill very, very quickly. So I thought that now would be a good time to finish. I hate leaving things finished, so now is a good time as any to finish that story off. I believe we were currently, at the time that we were interrupted, we were discussing how Sigmar was fighting to unite the tribes of humanity. Strictly speaking, how he was fighting a duel with the leader of one of the tribes in the temple of Ulrich, the god of winter, war, and wolves. Yes, the duel itself was rather fiercely fought, with both sides not having the upper hands for a while, until the leader of the tribe managed to throw Sigmar into the holy flame of Ulrich that burned within the temple. Sigmar, completely unharmed by the fire, proceeded to walk out of it, literally howl like a wolf, and then proceeded to hammer in the tribal leader's head into his rib cage. It was, needless to say, a very strong victory. Ah, yes, and there we have a von Karstein, the leader of the undead warband, the vampire. Vampires are nasty business. They are one of the only they're only one of the only warband leaders that has Terrify as a standard. This can be rather annoying when it comes to fighting them, since if your people are scared of your opposition, they tend not to do so well. Now let's see where. Yes, here he is. And here's some more stone. Now then. So with his duel won, Sigmar united the Empire. The Empire was his. Though it wasn't quite so quick and easy. He would proceed to rule the Empire for 50 years. At that time fighting off countless orc wargs, some incursions from the north, from the worshippers of the Chaos Gods, and in one occasion fighting against the first human necromancer on the planet, Nagesh, who honestly deserves his own video, because he plays a huge role in the history of the world. But one by one he managed to defeat all his foes. Shortly after the 50th anniversary of his rule, he quietly left his empire, traveling with only his pet wolf and pet boar towards the mountain homes of the dwarves, where he would never be seen by mortal eyes again. No one's entirely sure what happened to him, but
objectives updated.
About a generation after his quote-unquote abdication, a priest of Uruk had a vision. He had a religious vision in which he saw the god Uruk himself bestow upon Sigmar the mantle of godhood, and ascended him into a god. And from this vision was spawned the cult of Sigmar, which 2,000 years later would become the state, over the next 2,000 years, would become the state religion of the Empire of Man. Though Uruk never quite left, while generally in the northern provinces of the Empire, Uruk would remain as one of the biggest influences of the time. And that makes sense. He is an old god, and he's a god that encourages violence, which, considering the near constant incursions performed by the followers of Chaos, and of course the Norse, that is kind of important. And with that, we have our history lesson of Sigmar finally out of the way. I hope it was. I'm sorry it took 2 parts in order to accomplish, but we got there in the end. Ooh. Alright, now we've got bigger fish to fry. As much as I would adore to achieve the secondary objective, I am acknowledging that we do need a win. And we need one rather badly. A win's a win after all.
A new round has started.
And of course... yes. We are vampires are always a pain to deal with. Unless, of course, you've got units that are not... that cannot be made to be terrified. But we will do what we can. And
Objectives updated.
And unfortunately, Grave-Fisted went down. A shame, but hopefully we can recover. On the plus side, Trevor's doing surprisingly well. And of course, here's our new guy. He has not been customized just yet. Simply because, well, we've got no one to customize him for. Hopefully we'll have someone to do so in the near future. Oh, whoops. Okay, I will admit that one was a mistake on my part. I thought we could get away with sneaking through and recovering the stone that Gray was carrying. On the plus side, it appears that Serious Armor's poor luck has finally been dealt with. And he not only might still be standing by the end of this round, but he might actually be successfully take someone down first, which is always a good thing. For those of you wondering what that symbol is, considering what we're missing here, that is in fact called a ghoul. Let's see. We cannot disengage, which is a problem. Which is something of a problem, but we'll do. Hopefully Mr. Troves will survive the coming round.
Objectives updated.
And now we just needed to survive the second. Damn it! So close.
Updated. Your warband morale is critically low.
Don't tell me this is happening again. And it's happened again. This is not going well. Damn it.
Any battle you can walk away from teaches you something. Sometimes it's just a list of things not to do next time.
Alright, let's see what the damage is this time around. Okay, near-death experience. This isn't this is actually far from the worst injury you could get, since it actually rewards experience while having no other. Well, true, it'll take Grey Vested off the line for 4 rounds, but he'll gain a bit more experience at the end for surviving, and he's not dead. Apart from that, he just won't have any permanent downsides, which is so it's a pretty good one to get.
The gods are with you.
And Trevor levels up, which is good for him. It's good to see that happen. And at least Mr. Troves isn't dead. So yes, we were defeated once again, but everyone survived with only one serious injury. Frustrating, but that's what you get when you run into vampires. Human mercenaries are just not really equipped to handle them this early on. Oh well. Until next time, my name is Brightops, and I look forward to hearing from you.